Good morning, everyone. Time now to get a check on your morning commute.
Let's get it right now with Alexis Rogers. Bring us up to date. What's going on?
Hey, Mark, Lisa, good morning. You know, we know that you have people to see, places to be. Let's get you there. Let's take a look around town and look at that. Look at all that green. You can get there pretty fast and in a hurry. If you want to stop by Starbucks real quick, if you were running late out of the house, that's going to be a-okay. Let's take a look around the entire area here. We see no problems on 71, 74. Now, earlier today off of 275, we saw a little bit of a slowdown there, but it's a-okay right now. So again, if you need to make some of those last minute adjustments, then that is perfectly fine. Now over here off of northbound on I-71 in Lytle Tunnel, again, we saw another slowdown. Now beware of this in a couple of hours because you might see it again. That rush hour traffic coming into town tends to do that. You know, they have a couple of lanes down here. So just beware of that. But other than that, all around from 71 to 75, it is a-okay. Now let's take a look here on 71 at US 50 in Columbia Parkway. Again, clear roads, this is just what we were talking about. But again, I just want to warn you guys, if you have that meeting that you need to get to, make sure you leave about 5 or 10 minutes early because it might catch you up there. Now let's take a look over here on 275 at Montgomery Road on the Ohio side. Again, we don't see much here, but earlier today we did see an accident over here. And so beware, they might still be cleaning that up at certain areas on this road. But again, it looks like the traffic gods are really excited that we can go ahead and get to work on time. So you have a little bit of forgiveness. Back to you, Lisa Bark.
All right, Alexis, thanks so much for that update.
Good morning. About 10:30 on your Wednesday. Let's check traffic.
Yeah, Alexis Rogers here now with a look at how your morning commute is looking. Alexis, how are things moving?
Hey, they're moving really well. You know, it's the middle of the week, and this is all you can ask for, especially when you leave a little late, get there on time. It's always the little wins that count, right?
Right.
Let's take a look right around downtown and look at all that green. Look at that. You will have no problems trying to get into Cincinnati, whether you're on the Ohio side, the Kentucky side. It looks like it's pretty forgiving for those of you who might have left the house a little bit late. It's okay. It's all right. You'll make it there on time. Now let's look around Cincinnati right quick. Now we see 71, 74, all green here. Now earlier today off of 275, we saw a little bit of a slowdown. Earlier today we heard about an accident there earlier, so we're keeping our eyes on that as well, especially for those of you trying to make that whole loop around. We know there's a lot of commuters trying to get to work off of that way. Now let's come downtown on northbound 71 in the Lytle Tunnel. Earlier today, there was traffic as far as construction. It's down to one lane, so be careful. Even though we see all of this lovely green, you might get a little bit in trouble if you aren't careful about that construction there. Now let's take again a look at 71 at US 50 Columbia Parkway merge on the Ohio side. Again, we see these cars look pretty happy. They're getting where they need to be. But in a couple hours, this may look completely different. So again, give yourself about 5 or 10 minutes and you should be good to go. Now let's take a look over here on 275 at Montgomery Road here. Now earlier today we saw a car stalled on this side of 275. So beware of that. They might still be cleaning that up if you're coming into work and you see that. Don't be afraid, but you know sometimes with those entrances and exits it can back things up. Back to you guys.
All right, Alexis, thank you. And good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We're taking a look at your morning commute this morning, trying to get you over the river and through the woods.
Alexis Rogers is here with the details. Looking pretty in pink today.
Thank you. I was ready to start singing this song, Over the River and to the Woods.
We do that every now and then, but we want people to watch.
Well, let me tell you, this traffic will have you singing because it looks pretty nice outside. No problems that we're seeing so far. I mean, look at all of this green all around the city, especially for those of you who have to come over the river and through the woods, as Mark tells us, you will be just fine. Just fine. If you're coming from 71 or 74, it looks like you will have no issues. But I do want to warn you, though, that in about 30 minutes, all of this might look a little bit different, and you'll be singing a bit of a different tune. So make for sure that you leave about 10 or 15 minutes early. Now let's go back downtown to northbound on I-71 in the Lytle Tunnel. We see a lot of green, but earlier today, right off of 71, right here, we saw a bit of a slowdown. We expect that again in about 25 to 30 minutes. So if you're coming downtown, if you're running a little bit late for that meeting, just expect for that to be closed, especially with those lanes being closed. Let's take a look at 71 at US 50 in Columbia Parkway where that merges. We're seeing happy cars. We like happy cars because happy cars also sing. But again, in about 15 minutes, that'll look a little bit different as well. Now let's take a look over on 275 and at Montgomery. Now earlier today, and you can see it right here, someone is on the side of the road. We saw this quite a bit all throughout the morning. So for those of you who might be rushing to work and you're hoping that everything goes right, you might want to be prepared for some stop and go traffic off 275. Let's check in with Randy. Randy, it's a bit cold outside, so maybe we can have a song for that too. I mean, we can, jingle bell, it's cold outside.
Yeah, and if to grandmother's house we go, if my grandma can make some chicken noodle soup, I would feel better about it. We are going to warm things up later on this weekend, but today talking about cold air. So let's take a look here. Most places currently in the mid 30s. We should make it up into the 40s this afternoon, guys.
Good morning, everyone. Time now to get a check on your morning commute.
Alexis Rogers is here with details. Pretty in pink today. Sunshine looks beautiful. Nice drive-in.
Yes, we love sunshine, and we love Pretty in Pink.
Yeah, we do.
Don't you like that movie?
It was a great
It was a great movie, and the way that movie made you feel is how this traffic is about to make you feel. Look at our maps across Cincinnati. You can see it's all green, and that means it's all good. All green, all good. Remember that. That's easy. Now, if you see 71, 74, and 275, it's all good for right now, but just about 25 minutes ago, right off of 275, we saw a bit of a slowdown right there where you see 275 and 74 merge. So if you're coming from that direction, just be aware that it might happen again in about 20 or so minutes. Now, as you get closer and closer to downtown, let's take a look here on 71. This is near Gilbert Street. You can see again, it's pretty nice to you right now, but we are expecting more traffic coming this way. There's a couple big events downtown, so maybe leave about 10 or 15 minutes early and you should be good to go. Now let's take a look over here and some more construction here at 275 and Montgomery Road. Now you can see the construction right here. There's lanes that come into each other, okay? So make for sure that you understand that that might take some time. You see all these cars coming in for that lunchtime rush. That might be a little problematic. So you might have to maybe leave 10 or 15 minutes early again if you're trying to get back to the office for something important. Let's go ahead and check in with Randy. Randy, do you like Pretty in Pink? I mean, I like Pretty in Pink, but
Is it weird that I've never seen it?
So we're
everyone in the studio just died. I'm sorry. I am very sorry. We'll have a girls' night.
I want to drop my iPad.
We'll get some takeout.
Even Quinn would like it. She would love it.
Okay, good. See, there you go. A little mother-daughter bonding will be fine. All right, let's take a look at the forecast here because maybe you'll have a couple of cold nights coming our way this weekend. You may not want to head outside. We're going to see temperatures today into the mid-40s, but the upcoming weekend, Arctic chill will be here, and our temperatures will likely be in the teens and 20s. All right, we're taking a look at our temperatures right now all across greater Cincinnati. Most places currently in the 30s, and today we'll make it up to the low 40s. But Alexis, as we head through the weekend, these numbers we're looking at right now will actually seem warm. So brace yourself and maybe make some plans for fuzzy slippers this weekend.
I like fuzzy slippers, especially the big ones that are like sneakers and fuzzy socks. We could, maybe we could decorate some.
Yes.
It's that time. It makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and that's exactly what this traffic is about to do once you see it. Look at all of this green right behind me. It is awesome. You can come into town, no problem, even if you left a little late. You might have some saving grace because it looks like we're not having any issues. If we go over here and we look at 71 at Van Meter Street, you can see that there's not a lot of issues, but I do want to warn you, there is a bit of construction right here under the Lytle Tunnel. Now, when you come into town, it might come down to one lane. So be sure that you understand that that's what's going to happen. After that, you should be good to go when it comes to coming back into downtown. Now let's take a look at 275 at Montgomery Road. Again, traffic is picking up a little bit. We don't see any issues. We did see some stopped cars along the way. So if you're coming either southbound or northbound on either direction, be clear that that might happen. But you should be able to get to your destination, no worries, no problem, and get to your fuzzy socks. Back to you.